Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. The future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. Focusing your life solely on making a buck shows a certain poverty of ambition. It asks too little of yourself. Because it's only when you hitch your wagon to something larger than yourself that you realize your true potential. Money is not the only answer, but it makes a difference. I consider it part of my responsibility as President of the United States to fight against negative stereotypes of Islam wherever they appear. We have an obligation and a responsibility to be investing in our students and our schools. We must make sure that people who have the grades, the desire and the will, but not the money, can still get the best education possible. We know that the nation that goes all in on innovation today will own the global economy tomorrow. This is an edge America cannot surrender. What do you think a stimulus is? It's spending, that's the whole point. Seriously. The shift to a cleaner energy economy won't happen overnight, and it will require tough choices along the way. But the debate is settled. Climate change is a fact. A change is brought about because ordinary people do extraordinary things. Hope is the bedrock of this nation. The belief that our destiny will not be written for us, but by us. The future belongs to young people with an education and the imagination to create. You can't let your failures define you. You have to let them teach you. You have to let them show you what to do differently next time. Education was the gateway to opportunity for me. It was the gateway for Michelle. And now more than ever, it is the gateway to a middle-class life. Reading is the gateway skill that makes all other learning possible. We know that education is everything to our children's future. We know that they will no longer just compete for good jobs with children from Indiana, but children from India and China and all over the world. At the moment that we persuade a child, any child, to cross that threshold, that magic threshold into a library, we change their lives forever, for the better. If you look deep into her eyes, there's a certain vulnerability. Keep exploring, keep dreaming. Keep asking why. Don't settle for what you already know. Never stop believing in the power of your ideas, your imagination, your hard work to change the world. In a global economy where the most valuable skill you can sell is your knowledge, a good education is no longer just a pathway to opportunity, it is a prerequisite. Cutting the deficit by gutting our investments in innovation and education is like lightening an overloaded airplane by removing its engine. It may make you feel like you're flying high at first, but it won't take long before you feel the impact. There's not a liberal America and a conservative America, there's the United States of America. Where we are met with cynicism and doubts and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless greed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. Clear-eyed, we can understand there will be a war and still strive for peace. There has been one constant amidst these shifting tides. At every turn, America's men and women in uniform have served with courage and resolve. We should do everything we can to make sure this country lives up to our children's expectations. The strongest weapon against hateful speech is not repression. It's more speech. The cynics may be the loudest voices, but I promise you, they will accomplish the least. We choose hope over fear. We see the future not as something out of control, but as something we can shape for the better concerted and collective effort. We choose hope over fear. We see the future not as something out of control, but as something we can shape for the better concerted and collective effort. It's you, the young and fearless at heart, the most diverse and educated generation in our history, who the nation is waiting to follow. Every woman should be able to go about her day, to walk the street or ride the bus and be safe, and be treated with respect and dignity. She deserves that.